master blacksmith very rarely made nails unless he absolutely had to.
Look how hot that is. It's like orange. Ooh, look at that.
We're taught to know the temperature of the metal by its color. And that tells us when it's time to start working and also conversely when it's time to stop.
Look.
Now, I'm doing what's called swaging out the holes. So I'm actually making the holes bigger. They've already been punched in the metal. We don't drill holes in metal because that takes too much time and you have to have a drill bit that's harder than the metal you're drilling. So what we do is we heat the metal up and then we punch the holes into the metal with our punches. And it makes things much faster, far more efficient.
Do you just quench it when you're done?
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes in between, like when I hook on here, I quenched it because I didn't want to change the shape yet. I wanted it to stay where it was. But as long as it's hot, it has an elastic quality, so it's kind of like modeling clay.
You make that look easy, huh? Ooh.
Now the problem is, now that you can see that I've quenched that in, so that's probably fairly cool. This end is still 1,000 degrees.
Holy cow.
So black iron is the problem, and that's where we burn ourselves because we can't tell whether it's room temperature or whether it's 1,000 degrees. One of the hardest lessons we have to teach beginning blacksmiths is all iron is hot.
Trial and error.
Otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
And most of us have the scars to prove that
you don't wear gloves?
Figure out.
You don't wear gloves usually?
No. No faster way to burn yourself than gloves. Because when your gloves get wet from sweat or from a slap tub, and you touch a piece of hot iron, you are now in a boiling steam bath. And you can't get your hand out quick enough.
That's cool. Say thank you. See you later.
Take care.
He's making all this stuff. He has to put all that metal in there. Come right here, baby. Yeah, he has to put all that metal in there to make this. He has to make all these things. Isn't that crazy? That is very, very hot. Alright, let's go next one so the boy can see.
So how many tries does it take to get big enough?
We'll find out.
Okay.
It's big enough.
Okay.
Needs to be just a touch bigger, but.
Because that's been at least 4
You'll
times you've gone through that.
You what?
That's been at least 4 times you've gone through that hole.
Yeah. I'm going back and forth on opposite sides just to flare out of it.
Okay.
If you drive it through one way, you flare it. So I turn it back over, straighten out the flare, but then it puts an edge in it. So I drive it back through the other way to take the edge out.
Okay.
So I got a couple of holes I'll redo because do that. I was going to cool it, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't be stupid. It's spring steel. You don't quench it, ever.
Oh. Which part's spring steel? Which part's spring steel?
If I punch.
Oh, okay.
If I were to quench it, then it would become brittle.
Okay.
The next time I used it, it'd snap.
That'd be bad.
So we let them heat up, then we let them cool.
Let's go with your sister.
There are metals you can use that don't do that. I've got some chisels in there that are hot cut chisels. But again, you never quench them. Quenching them, asking for them to break.
Okay.